Yes, yes, people. What is going on? Once again, in the place, it's Tuesday, and you know what it's time for? It's time for those casual reds, sponsored by Red Devil Threads. RedDevilThreads.com. Type in that stateside red for 10% of your order. Subscribe for custom Man United gear that's glazer free. You heard that. What's one time? It's glazer free. Let it come to your house monthly or pick up choice items, whether it be badges, pins, socks, towels, shirts, all that
Socks?
stuff. Socks, all that good stuff. Come to your house monthly. Type in that stateside red. Support us at the channel and also support anti glazer great site and clothing line. Once again, we got our favorite law firm, Valorian and Manukian and Shawkinian LLP, a law firm that specializes in personal injury. So slip and fall, wrongful death, all that good stuff. Go ahead, hit them up. Ike, Ani, Ashat, David, all them man there. Vahe, all of them.
Hey,
Hits them up. 747-444-4444 and Encino, California area. Hit them up. 4,000, 400,000, 500,000. They beat the feds. They get you big money. And look, you get paid. If you win, you get paid. They get paid. If you lose, it don't happen often. But if you lose, it's all good. So hit them up. They're in the Encino, California area. Shouts to ACJ Face. Take it away, brother.
Oh shit! Oh man, it's crazy. It's peak out here. I'm feeling it. We got Tottenham tomorrow. The vibes are high. Beautiful panel. It's a great time. It's a great time. I think everybody's. I seen everybody's pictures of flying over in the trips. Got me geeked, man. This is a good time. So we're gonna talk about the elephant in the room. Tomorrow's match, huge match. We play the Spurs in the Europa League final. Uh, I mean, this. We don't need to say much. Let's just take it away. Who wants to go first? I'm just. I got goosebumps thinking about winning the Europa.
I'll go ahead. Real quick. I just finished doing a combined 11 with a Spurs fan, so
Yeah, there it is.
I had to listen to Spurs fans. A Spurs fan talk about how they think they're gonna beat us, and it was cool. It's very calm. Um, the demeanor for me is, for me, I'm nervous. I'm nervous because I just feel like we're looking down the proverbial shotgun barrel here, right? Where
B.
like our season, our future kind of depends on winning this, right? Because if we win this, we can sign big and we're attractive. We get to play in a better competition next year. We all know this. But losing this and losing it to Spurs is what I said to him too. It's gonna be peak. It's gonna be
Oh,
banter. It's gonna be banter for the next few years. Letting Spurs get their first European trophy at our expense, and then just being left with maybe potentially finishing 16th, right? So we're looking down once again the proverbial shotgun barrel. We're on our knees here with our hands bound behind our back, and
goddamn.
we got to figure it out.
is it losing the Tottenham that's the big fear, or is it just
No,
yeah
that's a
that's a
that's the
yeah
cherry on top. That's
yeah
the
it's the
cherry on
cherry on
top.
top.
Yeah.
It's the cherry on top, man. It's a cherry on top because we all know what we need. Like the key word is what my man Mikey said: future. So much of our future is riding on this, and I just feel like I don't know why I feel like we got more big game players. You know, they got a lot of injuries. We got boosted with some injury. Good news. I don't know what it means, but they said fully fit. Sean, is that what they said? Fully fit. Euro, Zersky, and
Yeah,
DeLove.
yeah. Only Delit is out, I believe. Other than Martinez, obviously, but only Delit is out tomorrow. Everybody else is going to be fit or in relatively fit state to be able to play. Like Zersky will be able to play, he just won't be able to start. Or like come on for the last 15 minutes or so if we're like behind it.
What do you guys? First question: what do you guys think we need to do to win this match? We all know what Spurs going to do. They're going to play a high line. They're going to be compact in the middle. We need to get to those wings. They're not good in the air. They do score goals though. You can't front. They score goals. It'd be nice if we had a proven striker. It would be really nice if we had a proven striker. But other than that, from what you guys' observation, what do you think we need to do? Jeremy, hit it.
We need to score goals, man. We need to score goals. That's the number one thing because you already know they're going to come out trying to fire in on us. So, and we struggle to score. So for me, you got to get one in. And I mean, I guess later on we'll get into what's our starting 11. I kind of have mine because we need to score more so geared towards offense. So main thing, score.
Yeah,
Remember, guys, their entire midfield is out tomorrow.
that's why in Casemiro we trust.
It's like for us to win tomorrow, it's going to be with their midfield out. It's going to be possession based. I feel like we're going to need to control the possession tomorrow to move around their press, like because they like to play a very high line. We need possession based. So they also have a tendency to move over to one wing. Without that midfield being in there, I think if we can dictate that midfield and possession, I think we have a seriously good shot with winning tomorrow. But we need to control the possession tomorrow.
I mean, you figure you have the ball that, you can't get scored on. So I don't mind that plan. But we need to take advantage of their weaknesses, knowing that they press a lot and they have a high line. We need to line it up where we could get through balls over the top to release.
Yeah, that's
We're
important.
running on the wings, take advantage of their wing backs on pressing up on us to get guys. Maybe Garnacho starts tomorrow, get him running at him, or even later in the game when the legs are tired, bringing him on. Either way, that has to be a strategy tomorrow. It doesn't have to be you can't be one trick ponies, especially in a final. But that's definitely one avenue where we could attack them and we get some results. We just have to put the ball in the net once they do it. And Garnacho, he could get there. And then somehow or the other, he'll pass it to the keeper, ping the post or something like that. Yeah, we really need to rub the luck. We need some calm nerves, some Annie Oakley shits going on tomorrow to get over the line.
Yeah, my biggest thing that needs to happen is that we need to be resolute in defense because they're able to create so much offense. This is a team that, although they're worse than us in the league, they've only lost from like 1 goal or less in winning positions, right? So they're known to throw away a lead, but they don't lose by a lot, right? They're not losing monumentally by a lot of teams. They have a positive goal difference as opposed to us. So they create offense. We need the defense to be what it's going to be, and we need a Dorgu performance, right? I need positive crossing going in, or at least the effort to do so. Can't lose the ball carelessly against Betancourt. What's his name? Basuma. Yeah. So you don't want to lose there. And then Solanke is also a problem with he could get you the goal up close. I think they'll start Brendan what's his name?
Johnson.
Brendan Johnson. They'll start him. I'm gonna say Brendan Rodgers. I don't know why he came up. They're gonna start him. 17 goals in the league. 17 goals in all comps. He's a guy that's ineffective for the entire game, and he pops up with 2 goals out of nowhere. We got to be able to quiet guys like that down. Son coming off injury will be a little bit of a problem, but Solanke likes to come deep and get the ball, just not in the box a lot when it's time for a cross, but he can find himself on the end of a goal very quickly. He'll be a problem for our central defender and that. So we got to muddy up this game, muddy it up, not give them the chance with careless passing, take care of each other, talk to each other, just pick your head up, and then the first 5 or 6 minutes, just get a feel for the game, and let the sharpness take over, right? Because the occasion's big for both teams. I think it's bigger for us because we, as fans, it's bigger for us because we know what comes with it, right? But the occasion's big for both teams, so you got to muddy that offense that they provide.
Do you guys agree with Mikey that the game is bigger for us?
Yeah,
absolutely. With the,
Absolutely.
If you've never won before,
financial Armageddon,
yeah. If you've never won before, how could you? You can't miss anything you've never had.
I wish there was a Tottenham fan on here. Yeah,
Tottenham's used to being the breads, man.
But their coach though,
Never
this could be a job saver. This could be a job saver.
I think
Like
he's
you said,
gone
that
anyway.
you think he's gone anyway?
I think he's gone anyway. But the only thing he does win a trophy, and every place he's been, he wins a trophy in his second season.
More voodoo juju, man. It scares me.
That the fact that Newcastle won their first title in a long
That's
time.
five.
Palace just won their first title.
Eagle. Liverpool
But let's
bird.
There's
Trouble.
also things on our side, right? Like people talk about the fact that
It can't be everybody, though.
Harry Kane won a
Yeah,
title.
right. Thank you, Beast. That's
Harry
yours.
Kane won.
It can't be everybody.
But that's
that's-
not right. There's things on our
Harry
side, right?
Kane.
But yeah, again, there's things on our side that go our way. They all talk about the fact that we lost 3 times to Spurs this year. We lost 3 times to City last year and beat them in the final. So
Well, one time was with Eric Ten Hag. The second time, the last time we played, we had nothing but babies on the bench, though. And that was the
Yeah.
1-0 Madison, right? Is that the one?
yeah,
Yeah,
Lenny
the
Yoro was out.
context, the
right?
context, the context of those losses is with Eric Ten Hag was the first one, Ten Hag. The second one is Amarim just got the squad, so it was like a new system. The third time, you had a decimated lineup, so you weren't really playing your squad per se. So this is going to be the first time. Granted, we still don't have everyone fit, but most of the guys we do have fit on our side as opposed to them. So I think it favors us more so than it favors Spurs.
Thank you. I like that, John. I like that. Yeah, Rasmus, though, is the big issue because we're going to need him to push their high line, and we're going to need someone to ping it to him. I don't know. The lineup is going to be crucial, though. We might have to jump into this lineup because I think we're all going to have different opinions on this lineup and how it should go. Because, honestly, I love Ugarte. Trust me, I love him. But this is not a Ugarte game because we need midfielders who can ping the ball and catch guys breaking that high line. And that's something he doesn't do. Sean, you're a Ugarte guy. How does Ugarte fit in this?
No, you're right, but I think he needs to be in tomorrow. I don't know. Like
I got my lineup too. I
You're
know I
right
got my
on the
lineup too.
ability to ping the ball, but he's so good at getting the ball back. And with them pressing a high line, it could be a serious, getting that ball back. It's got to be, someone's got to be able to get that ball tomorrow. I swear that our defense is like the Steelers' defense sometimes. They just can't fucking tackle for some reason. Like, you ever watch the Steelers where they wrap them up and then they just slip off, and it's just like this is what the Steelers defense does sometimes, but I'm sure everyone else does that. But yeah, I think he might be pivotal tomorrow. Like, I'm probably still going to drop him and have Casemiro and Bruno in that midfield.
I like that. That's my midfield.
But I think he might be pivotal. So I don't know. It's such a hard with everyone back, right? We haven't had this problem all season. The only thing for me tomorrow that is a must is that defense needs to be fast.
Exactly.
It needs to be fast tomorrow. So for me, I'm going Euro, Maguire in the middle just because he's been so pivotal, and Aiden Heaven.
Ooh.
Damn.
Heaven?
Shit,
Evans
Evans.
for the final. Oh shit.
I don't know.
Wow.
Is he fit?
And Mikey might like this. I'm dropping Dorgu tomorrow. I'm gonna start with
damn.
I'm gonna start with Delo on the right and Luke Shaw on the left wing back. I think he's been fit enough now to play that
Are
left
they
wing
back?
back.
Wait a minute.
Are
We
they
need to hear your
confirmed back?
lineup.
Are they
Damn,
confirmed
I know. But
Sorry?
Delo's also back, isn't he?
Are they confirmed back?
Delo's
Delo's
confirmed back.
traveling.
Are they traveled? Have they
Yeah.
traveled?
Yeah,
He's traveling.
So
Might
Lenny
be the-
Yoro
but
and
they're
Zersky trained today too.
Delo's
they-
traveling.
They said fully fit.
Yeah, he's fully
What
fit.
you
He's
guys
ready for
are
tomorrow.
Yeah.
So let me
I
hear your
started
lineup,
to look.
Sean. Your lineup sounds interesting. Let's hear your lineup. It sounds interesting.
Well, obviously, Anana. I'll start with Aiden Heaven, Maguire,
Wow.
Lenny Yoro. I'm going to go Luke Shaw as left wing back. Delo as right wing back. I think Shaw's been fit enough now. I think he can play a pivotal role. And if he gets hurt, he gets hurt. We can bring Dorgo on, right? Then I'm going to go with Bruno, Casemiro, Mao Ahmed, and then Rasmus to start because Zersky's just not going to be fit enough.
I actually like that lineup.
And just to put that in real quick for the Athletic, Mikey.
Sorry.
Yeah, Manchester United trio, Zirkzee, Delo, and Euro fit for Europa final, says Amarim. So it looks like all three of them are fit for the final.
Xerxes?
I wish I would have known that an hour ago.
Xerxes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
when I was
Xerxes
doing my
fit.
combined 11.
Xerxes coming off the bench.
Oh man.
He's not.
Yeah, because
He's not starting. He's not starting.
agreed.
I'm not
Not even
putting
for a
it. I'm
fitness
sorry,
standpoint,
Joe.
but
I'm not putting Lindelof anywhere near this fucking team tomorrow. I am not putting Lindelof near that team. I would
they
rather
have to
have
get
a
food
half.
poisoning tonight or something for Lindelof to play tomorrow.
Dude, he's out the door, man. Don't fuck it up.
Cheese, what's your lineup looking like, Cheese?
It doesn't matter what my lineup is looking like, 'cause the only thing that matters is this is the end of this miserable season. That's the only thing that
No, it ain't really.
That's the only thing that matters. This is the end, my G's. The end of the misery. It's been real with Uno, you know. It's been great. Like, thank you for the support, but this is the end. It don't matter what my starting lineup is. Whoever starting, know that you win the game before the whistle even blow. Know that you win that game before the whistle even blow. So if you can't do that, don't even show up tomorrow. That's all I'm saying. Good to see you. Good looking panel. Big up on yourself. The end
Cheese,
is
I love
near,
you.
my G's. The end
I
is
love
near.
you, Cheese, but misery might not be over yet.
Yeah, no.
Casey, I swear to God, I will fly to LA. Put my foot up your ass. No, don't. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Next 3 seasons relegation fight.
Cheese, you're in LA
damn,
too. Because I can get 2 in 1. Yeah, I can get 2 in 1.
Did Cheese just like slink away?
No, he just slipped down.
I'll do
Cheese, drop the mic and dip.
Go ahead, Mikey.
For my lineup, Onana, of course, because like, what the fuck? I do Euro now that I'm hearing everybody's healthy. Euro, Delict, Maguire.
No delay.
Huh? No Delict.
Delit. Yeah,
No,
Delit
Delict's
and
not fit.
Martinez are the only ones out.
It's not playing. Oh no.
Okay.
Terrible.
So I probably will do. I will do Maguire in the middle, Euro on that right hand, and then I'll put in Luke Shaw there on the left. Let him play center back on that left hand side. Maz on the right wing back. Ugarte in the middle of the park there. Dorgu at the back. I feel like even though I hate him, he still has to play. I don't feel like not playing makes you a better player. You still have to play. He can get hooked. It's fine. And then we could push Luke Shaw up there and probably play Lindelof if needed. I don't think Lindelof did so bad that in his last few starts that he couldn't come in and give us some quality minutes. I don't think he's the best though. I'm with y'all on that. Bruno Mason Mount starts for me, and Bruno, and then of course the worst striker in United history, Rasmus Højlund. I'm just kidding. I don't think he's the worst. Wout Weghorst is the worst.
Oh, wow.
No.
Weghorst has scored 1 goal for
Worse
United.
than was.
One goal in a season, whereas
Wow,
Rasmus has already
there it
scored
is.
18. So.
Worse.
But I give it to Rasmus, and I feel like this is a make or break game for Rasmus. I feel good about Rasmus in this game for whatever reason. I feel like he knows what needs to happen here. So hopefully, that's my lineup. I think it's a strong lineup, but I'll definitely stop Mason Mount for the pressing.
Question:
Are you leaving
is
Ahmed
that
out there,
2
Mikey?
lineups without Ahmad?
Bring him on late. Yeah, I bring Ahmed on late.
Right, but Sean,
Yeah.
you're not starting Ahmad also, correct?
Yeah, I said him out.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I
So
thought-
let me
I
go
thought-
with my. Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
lineup.
Go,
Let
Jared.
me go
Yeah,
with my
go,
lineup then. You kind of
I got
almost had me change my mind there, Sean. But so I got at my center back, I got Maguire in the middle, I got Euro on the left, and Maz on the right. And my midfield pairing is going to be Ugarte and Casemiro. I was watching them up at Tears, and they were breaking down like the stats, and the best midfield pairing was actually Ugarte and Casemiro. And just like you said, Sean, we're going to need that speed, a ball-winning type of midfielder in case Case is going to be able to ping balls. We've seen him do it before, and this is his type of game in a Europa final. And then on my wing backs, I'm going to have Dorgu and Ahmad. As my 10s, I'm going to have Mount and Bruno, and at my 10, I'm going to have Højlund up there up top. Højlund with the quick hook for Xerxes to go in there. And we have 10s that are and we have 10s that are interchangeable. I mean, you can even throw Xerxes in there, or Meno, or just bring in Ahmad there too to tuck in as a 10, and maybe bring in Delo. So that's basically my lineup.
That's my lineup too, Jerm. 100%.
Real quick,
Rajat
says ETH with Bruno false 9 against Man City FA Cup final, and off ball Bruno went back to midfield with Garnacho and Rashi. Then he brought on Hoyland for about 15-20. I'm at wingback. No can do that when the final. No can do that when the final's on the line.
I have a
Big
point.
Really?
He actually plays really good on the wingback, because wingbacks are critical in Amorim's type of game. And you've pointed out, Mikey, before, him as a wingback, it gives him that space to operate as an ISO guy and be able to cut in inside, and you see him as a threat either to pass or for him to score. So I don't understand about the wingback part. Yeah, he can play that 10, but I just feel like he's very crucial at that wingback position.
I think he's going to be our wingback next year.
Yeah, I mean,
tomorrow night we didn't go for Frimpong. Like, who else is on the market that can do that job? He wants 2 10s, right? We win the Champions League. He wants 2 10s. So you've got Mount, you've got Cunha coming in. He wants another 10. Then you got Zersky. It don't look like he's going for a wingback, right wingback. And I'm seriously think Ahmed's going to be our wingback next year, boys.
Yeah,
he's got that
There's no one else on the market
too.
I think offensively, he's the wingback position suits him, right? Because he wants to get forward and get in. But the problem is sometimes defensively it could be an issue. And
yeah,
I think he's a better defender, but I don't think he's an out and out defender. He doesn't do that as well as his offensive job. And that's where I'd have the issue of him doing it full time against the better players that are going to commit down that side. I don't think they have it. They're out of a Kulusevski and a Son's just coming back from injury, and Solanke will be down the middle, so it won't be that much threat as far as. And then Brendan Johnson will be pretty average there. But just if we're talking about next year, I think we might need to invest in that position and let the 10 position be his, and let Bruno play deep. And
I
then
agree with you,
give it to
but who would you
Cunha
pick up on the
as
market,
well.
Mikey?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, who would you pick up on the market with Frimpong gone? What's his name? The guy that you wanted from Sporting's already gone. Clearly, he's going to Chelsea. He's staying at.
Nobody stands out to me at the moment, but I'm sure there's someone. I just can't think of him right now.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's somebody that could do that job effectively.
I wonder if
I think we're fine. I think we're fine internally between Delo and possibly Mantato and of course Ahmad. I think we're fine, and let's see what happens in the window next year. But as far as tonight goes, I think Ahmad on the right wing back is really good because he's not going to get hemmed up playing a 10 by Van der Ven and Romero might just hem him up, and you won't have the room to operate how he express himself like he really does, a little more space. So maybe the wing back is best play off a Mount, get some 1-2s, give and goes, and get that left foot shot from the right side going. So I think I would love him in a 10, but we don't have like a really good right back, so I think he just might be the best option tomorrow night at least. And I'm with Mikey. I don't want to be
Dallo.
No Dallo. That could be a sub if we're chasing the game. Bring on Dallo and push Ahmad up, and you could take Mount off. Because do we really think Mount could run 90? I don't know. He could run 60 probably.
He played 90 for us last couple
he's
months,
already, he's done it 3 times already since he's come back from injury. He's already.
I just think, like you said, Ronaldo, I think it just gives them options at the 10 position to be able to, like you said, chasing the game, pushing them out at the 10, maybe dropping Bruno deeper and maybe taking Case out because he's not going to have the legs to play a 90, and then you bring in the low. So yeah, I
think for me though, what we're overlooking again is the fact that their 3 best midfielders are out tomorrow. And how that's going to be massive for them tomorrow. It's such a big fucking loss.
Bentancur, Bissouma, and Sarr, Pape Sarr especially, they're not bums.
Madison,
Sarr might be.
Defensively, they're not bums, but offensively,
they're a little sloppy offensively. They're defensively.
Yeah, offensively, they're not offensive. They're more DMs than anything. But they're good DMs. So I think if they want to stonewall us in the middle, I think they could do a job.
I think
We just
Madison
have to-
being out is going to be a problem. For
Yes.
Tottenham, Bellingham, Birmingham, united by 2.
Shout out to
My boy
Taz,
Taz.
1109.
Big up time.
you talking about
Taz
Bellingham,
repping
man?
the
Like,
B.
does anyone see the reports that we're in for his brother? If we don't win tomorrow, we're in for his brother.
Yeah, I don't know. The German clubs are clamoring for him. It's Frankfurt and
Who
Dortmund.
did
He
they
is-
play in the playoffs?
Goob. Oh, Goob
Who,
Bellingham.
Sunderland?
Yeah.
Is it Sheffield?
Who?
Please,
Blades.
I thought
Sheffield
it was
United.
Birmingham, wasn't it? Who's he
No.
played for?
No,
They-
I'm asking who plays. Who are they playing in the final?
They're playing Blades. It's Sheffield
Yeah, the
United.
Blades. Yes, the Blades.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. I'm
Yep.
watching that.
That's
How is he?
Saturday,
Is he
yeah.
like
12:30.
is he like Bellingham Light? What is he?
He's all right.
I think so.
He's all right. He's not a bad
Bellingham,
midfielder.
like, yeah.
He's all right.
Explain it to me,
He's not-
Mikey, in
yeah,
ball
he's not
brother
Jew.
terms.
It
Yeah,
was.
he's no Jew.
Explain it
What's
to me
that?
in ball brother terms, like Lonzo or
Nah, yeah, he's
brothers. Explain it to me.
He's probably Lonzo,
Yeah.
Okay.
if that.
Oh wow.
Gotcha.
Well,
You
that's
know
a
him,
second best
LaMelo.
shit.
Yeah. So
The other one's a rapper.
If it's Jeff Teague or Marcus Teague, he's Marcus Teague.
I think he's a decent.
Cheryl Miller or Reggie Miller. This is Reggie Miller.
Carroll used to beat his butt. Get Benfica right back. Potential looks good. What's his name? I'll look him up real quick. I don't remember. I'm not too
Hey,
keen on
speaking of
Anderson?
Benfica, didn't we used to have Alvaro, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now the reports
Real
are
Madrid.
all on it for him. Isn't that when I've seen that and I was like, watch, isn't that criminal that Eric
Madrid
Ten Hag
will
didn't
sign
even-
him.
Oh my
I told
We're getting a profit.
Oh my
not to get rid of him.
God!
We're getting a profit, but I wonder if he's better than Dorgo.
50
Well, I
grand
don't
to
know.
sign him.
Certainly
You
he's better
wonder
than
has
Dorgo.
if
speed.
he's better
He
on
has
the
enough
ball than
speed.
Durgo.
Yeah.
He's better
Well,
on
I
the ball
don't
than
know.
Durgo.
My problem with it is
That's
he's
my
going
problem
to
with it.
Madrid for 50 mil, right? Why the hell are we not buying him back for the 18 that his buyback clause is
I
and
don't
then
think
sell
he
it to
wants to
Madrid?
come back.
Sean,
No,
I
but I'm
heard-
not
I
saying
heard
he'll
a
come back.
report
But
that
buy him
happened.
back and then sell him to Madrid.
I heard a rumor like that United might
So,
sign
like, you
him
get
just to
40
sell him
million.
to Real. I heard that rumor.
It's
I feel
so,
they're hell
like,
bent on the physicality, man, and it sucks because he's a baller. You know, he's technically good, so kind of sucks. I mean, it was crying out. The obvious move in January was to just buy him back for what was it, 50 mil or whatever, and we doubled it and got Dorgu. You know,
I mean, who were the people
I
in charge
I'm
of
trying
like?
to quit on Dorgu, but Alvaro looked really good in Portugal.
3 words. Eric
I'm wondering
Ten
if-
Hag.
Yup.
they've either
You're
got
not
the
good
ball
enough to
real
play at
hard or-
United, but you're good enough to get bought up by Real, like the big dogs in Europe. Oof.
Durgo's gonna go
Different-
against that
different style
Johnson
of
kid
play,
tomorrow,
man.
isn't he?
A different style of player, though, man.
What
Like,
about Dorgu?
let's look at Anthony. Anthony looks like he's probably going to Atletico Madrid, right? Absolute shocking at Man United. Maybe United board just look at him and go, "You're just maybe not suited for the Premier League." Like, obviously,
didn't give him a
we
chance,
might have
though.
just dropped the ball overall and just fucked this up.
Yeah,
But there is a chance that he might just not be good enough for the Premier League.
we didn't
Who?
give him. We didn't give him a run of games to
Alvaro.
even see it. Like the fans never got to see it. They might
No,
know.
I
They
agree.
always know something more than we do, of course. But like, I just like, yo, can we give him a run of games at least? Because I remember it was contentious. It was like, we got him, we got Garnacho, we were wondering, and I remember saying like,
Malastia.
yo, I like this kid here. I just need to see more from him.
No, I agree with you. That's why I said we either dropped the ball or they just saw it and just didn't think he was ready for the Premier League.
This is the same Eric Ten Hag that didn't want to play Ahmad.
Right?
That's exactly what I'm
Exactly.
saying. I'm gonna look at you a little funny now after you did the whole Ahmad debacle right there, where you didn't even give him a shot, and now you see how Ahmad is flourishing.
Everything under Murtaugh and all them dudes was a waste. They were learning on the job. They don't know what the hell they was doing.
We need to do a show in the summertime on those cats. Ten Hag, Murtaugh. What's the
Yeah, but
rugby
the-
player name?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But the
Richard
problem is
Arnold.
they don't want him back now. So clearly they've seen something. If Madrid want him for 50 mil and United don't want to bring him back for 18 million buyback clause, United have seen something. Like, and we're not talking about Murtaugh now, are we? We're talking about
No.
Vivek. We're talking about everybody else that's in that backroom
Javel.
staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We only
They've
get
clearly seen
50%
something.
of the
Yeah,
ticket.
we get a good. Yeah, we do.
So
Yeah.
it's
We're
like
getting
all right,
15 to 20 mil back.
we could buy him back for the 18, but we can get 25 back to further our war to strengthen our
agree with
war
you.
chest.
Yeah.
So it's like a guy that was here. I mean, I kind of get why they don't want to buy him back. It kind of sends up a little bit of a bad, like, yeah, we could get you back. We didn't believe you at one point and moved you on. Now we're bringing you back because we saw you do something. Like, we could have just loaned you at that point. But he wanted he wanted full-time football. That was his thing that he was pushing for. He wasn't getting it first team football. So I definitely do agree we should have brought him back and they probably saw something, but it's also like there's more money if we sell him on.
Yeah.
For us to have.
We got a logjam there too right now between Dogu, Amas, and possibly Luke Shaw. So that could be a factor too. It's like, you know,
and sometimes it hurts my soul when we say Luke Shaw is part of something.
I know.
Luke
And
Shaw's
it's not
only
his fault.
29
It's
You
years
just-
gotta
old.
earn the money sometime though, Casey, man. If
He's only
fit,
29 years old, man. There's a little bit of
Really?
football there left. Yeah,
29?
29.
Hey, maybe he's just over the injuries now. Maybe he's back.
No,
Dog, I really hope so.
he has
He looks
tomorrow to
rusty
show
as
us.
fuck though.
Yeah.
He got
He
tomorrow
looked-
to show us. I think we're a better team when he's at his best.
That's
Yep.
why. That's why I'm starting him at left wing back tomorrow. That crossing ability. And he's probably fully fit now after a run of games.
He had a nice little layoff.
Yeah.
Not having a bunch of games to play, and I think he could do something. I think they could all do something. I know I'm not really harsh on these guys. I think they could all do something. Just got to do it.
I mean, don't you guys feel our players have been playing in bigger games than Tottenham guys and rose up
we
in bigger
had the
games?
harder road. I said that to our,
We got a much harder road. Yeah.
Yeah, I said that to, but the thing is with Tottenham is that when they've played, how they've lost. Oh God, get it up. The way they've lost has been by like one goal or so. We've got trounced by several teams. We've gotten our backs bent by several teams this season. Tottenham don't lose like that a lot, and they also have
when
the
they
offense.
win, they win big.
And then when they win, they'll put something on you.
Yep.
So
Our coach says it's a mentality thing with us. We are up for the big games, and the other teams, we just don't show up. And this is that light switch effect I was worried about. Are we going to just turn this light switch on tomorrow and show up? I mean, if you look at pedigree and what guys have been through, we got guys who played in bigger games. Like tomorrow is a huge game. I just want Casemiro to dominate tomorrow.
Casemiro's going to be massive tomorrow.
If he
Casemiro's
just-
going to be massive.
I think he's a big game
Casemiro.
player, man. He's a big game player. He's played in so
He
many
is
big
built
games.
for the Europa League, right? He's
Yeah.
built for European football. That's also what concerns me, though, because this is a Premier League team. I would rather face anybody else in that European League table than Tottenham tomorrow. Not only because
So,
it's
Sean-
a Premier League team, it's just I just don't want to fucking lose to Tottenham.
So is it going to be a Premier League game? Because you said it's a Premier League team. I'm just
I
kidding,
don't think
bro.
it will
I'm
be.
just
I
kidding.
think no, I get your point. Like this is just from me from watching past games, right? I had that.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's not a Premier League game. They start off slower. They're more conservative. Everyone's allowed their own opinion. That's what the show's about, right? Mike has a different opinion than me. I have my own opinion. For me, it doesn't have that feel. It doesn't have that style of play as the Premier League, and that's my opinion. It's just the way it is. I don't think tomorrow is going to be. I think it will be a more of a European feel. Being in Europe, very conservative off the bat. I don't think either one of these teams is going to go full at it. You know, especially Tottenham, right? Tottenham, their midfield is hurting, and it's hurting bad. I think if they go off the bat and start attacking like they used to with that,
But that's all they
midfield,
do.
and we put two past them real quick, game's over, right? So of course they're going to be conservative.
who's
The
scoring?
first half hour tomorrow is going to be.
Who's scoring the two?
No, I oh wow.
What was it, Mikey?
That's a, it
I
was
can see Mount.
Who's scoring the two goals? Because that's
My
the
boy
problem
Mason
we've had.
Mount, Bruno,
Mount and Ahmad.
Ahmed.
Mount and Ahmad.
Rasmus Brace.
We've
Rasmus?
had an issue with scoring. We've had an issue with scoring
Brad.
in the Prem, and we're playing a Premiership team, and we've had an issue with scoring in the Prem. Now in Europe, we score. We put 7 past Bilbao, 4 past whatever Real Sociedad, another 6 or so, whatever it is against Lyon. You know, we score against those types of teams in those leagues. It's kind of fitted for us, even though Leon was kind of crazy. That was some crazy shit we had to do. But against a team like Tottenham that plays in the same league as us, that have beaten us 3 times by multiple goals, even though that might not matter or whatever. I just where the goal's gonna come from if they're defensively sound, because they have a decent defense in Ramiro and Van de Ven.
They are.
Pedro
right?
Porro, doggy.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Where the goals are going to come from is their midfield. They play a high line. This midfield is not used to playing with that defense. They're going to press. They're going to play with a high line. You got people like Ahmed running in behind the back. Rasmus, if he can even get behind there. Mount with his pressing. They lose that ball in that midfield, right? This is what I said earlier. They lose that ball in midfield, and you've got someone like Mount or Bruno on the ball. They're fucked. They play such a high line, and Man United have much faster players than they do running down the wings. And this is why I agree with probably Jeremy and Ronaldo. I think Ahmed might be perfect on the right tomorrow, on the right wing back. Because their ability to play that high line, and that's where I think the goals are going to come from tomorrow. We have to dominate that midfield, and we have to exploit that high line that they play.
I saw a stat saying Ahmad is one of the best at causing turnovers or recovering the ball and getting a team going on the break. He's one of the best in the league like that, and he's doing that from the wing back position.
Him and my boy Mason Mount, great at winning the ball back with pressure.
I mean, going back to what you mentioned about this type of game, I mean, it just doesn't seem like it's going to be a Premier, like when you say Premier League game, it's a cup game, it's a final, a knockout. We've been in these type of games, so every pass, every possession is going to be a little much more heightened, right? If you miss a pass, get intercepted, whatnot. And I feel like these players at United have been in these type of games more so than Tottenham, that I feel like they're going to be able to respond tomorrow. I mean, you got big end players, Bruno, Case, those type of guys that are going to be able to stay level-headed as compared to maybe Spurs.
It's going to be a very close game.
Go ahead, Mike.
My overall thing with the European stuff, which is fair, is just that there's 380 games played in this league, right? And I've seen them games at the top where it be Liverpool, Arsenal, Liverpool, Newcastle, Arsenal versus City at times, especially in the last few years, where it's been like both teams feeling each other out and trying to figure it out, knowing that there's high-powered offenses on both sides. Probably not as much for Arsenal, but more for Liverpool when you're talking about high-powered offenses. And they're figuring each other out. And then all it takes is one mistake, one person, one blunder, one missed pass, something happens, and then the game opens up. And I feel like that's what's going to happen in this game. There's going to be a little bit of conservativeness, but I feel like once somebody shows their hand, somebody shows, okay, this guy, we can pick on this guy, he can't defend. I think like Dorgu's our biggest, Dorgu and Onana because he makes a lot of mistakes, right? So that's already there. We know he doesn't come out and punch the ball. He doesn't come out and claim it. So they're going to be whipping balls in viciously from the top. Pause. But if we go forward, Dorgu's going to be an issue with his crossing, So, like, I feel like I think it's going to be a knockout fight, but I do feel like we're going to muddy this game up for them. We're going to muddy this game up because they do have a Son and Solanke that can get goals in advantageous positions very quickly, especially Son.
Yes,
Son's a little wiped. He's a little wiped now, but I watched him on weekend, and he was having his way at 32 years old. Still running down that pace. He's still maybe one of the faster players in our 22. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it has all the potential to be cagey, just depending on who shows their hand first. 100%. Pedro Porro is no slouch. Udogie is no slouch at the left and right back.
Bad wingers, some bad boys. Yep.
We're gonna have to really, we put on a Garnacho. He's gonna have to go up against what? Pedro Porro. That's gonna be tough for him if he can't beat him outright. And we know how Garnacho is sometimes. So
that's why I think Garnacho will be great coming off the bench tomorrow.
Yeah,
I like him coming off the bench too.
They got a Regulon. They got Regulon again, right? They still got Regulon.
Yeah, he plays left back. Yeah.
Yeah, they still got a Regulon. Van der Ven is a speed demon. He's probably the fastest player of everybody on the pitch. You know, they'll be able to get back on that high line. It's just a matter, but it's just a matter of, you know, how many times are we going to attack that? And I feel like there's space in and behind us to get it. We just got to do it. We got to snap on and let them know that's what we're after. So I as much as I agree with what you're saying, I do feel like we've seen this type of game played in the 380 games of the Premier League at least 2 or 3 times.
No, I agree with you on that. The only little difference for me is normally we're talking about the biggest competition in the world, the Champions League final. But now we're also talking about the biggest final for these two teams right now in a while. You know, we're talking about United. We're talking about Gyökeres joining or not joining right now. You know, we win tomorrow, there's a high possibility Gyökeres joins. Cunha's already signed. Cunha will be announced on Monday. He will be next week. He'll be in a Man United fucking shirt.
Real quick, before you finish that, do you think the players are thinking about that?
Thinking about what?
The players give a fuck about if Gyökeres joins or any of them? You think the players care about that? Like
No.
the
I think
players that are gonna
Casemiro
play the
is.
game.
I think Casemiro isn't he going to get more money, like a bigger weekly
I think
paycheck?
they're thinking about that.
I think Hayes is thinking about that.
If Man United win tomorrow, everybody on the team gets a pay raise.
Yeah,
Which is going to be harder to get rid of
about.
Rashford,
Not
don't forget.
what players are coming in, like the players I'm talking about now.
I don't think
think
they're
so.
going to be worried because I think as Amram's already said, he's already told whoever that you're moving on. He's already said that.
Yeah.
Everyone knows who's going to be moving on.
Right.
So I don't think it's going to be that much of a problem. And not only that, going out with your head held high with your European trophy, it's just you can't get any more up for a game, right, than going out on a high with a European trophy. So I don't think the teams are going to be worried. I think they knew months ago, hey, look, you get moved on.
I think they'll try and block out that pressure because they understand what's on the table. They understand that we're not financially strapped. They understand that winning this will help us for the future. But I don't think they're worried about Gyökeres and all them type of players. But they know that, like Sean says, they want to walk out on a good note. You know, they know that this game is vital to like you said, Mikey, the future of Manchester United. So I don't think they're worried about players, but they understand what's on the line. They understand that this is their last chance to have some of us, respect them, or have a little dignity to them. They don't have to avoid it. They know that it's Tottenham. They know what's going on. They know. So I think they'll try and block out as much of that as possible.
You got to remember, these guys are going to go down in the history books as being part of the worst Man United team ever, right? So what better way to shine a little bit of light on your career to say, we were part of the worst Man United team ever, but we got in the fucking Champions League by winning Europa League. It's good. It's a stain on their record, man. They've got to go out and fight tomorrow. It's a stain on their record. It's always going to be in the history books. We were part of the worst Man United team ever. But you won a Europa League. You got to fight for that, man. Like if I was a player and I was playing tomorrow, that would be on the back of my mind. Like,
yeah, I just don't think
we got to win tomorrow, man. We got to win tomorrow.
I just don't think the players are worried about the transfer situation.
No,
I agree with you.
I definitely think that they're like, yeah, it's a big game and it's a European Cup final. I've always wanted to play in this since I was a kid, or I always wanted to play in these kind of cup finals. This is what they brought me in for. This is what I'm getting paid all the money for, and all that good stuff. I think that's the important part. But for me, and this might sound crazy, but like just as a competitor or just, in general, a game's a game. If you take away the name and you take away the stakes and all of that, you still got to get on the pitch and ball got to roll, right? It is every game is, and it's only us who add the actual prestige to it, right? And which makes it big as what it is. I think there's every reason for them to win as every reason for us to win.
Yeah.
I don't think there's, what I'm saying? Now, for us, we don't want to get bantered. We don't want to lose to a Tottenham. We don't want to.
Oh.
There's every reason for them to win as there is for us to win. We just need to come in there. The team, as far as the X's and O's go, remain intense, remain alert, speak to each other, communicate with each other. And if you go down a goal, don't hang your heads and tuck it in. It's going to be rough. You know what I'm saying? But don't worry about who they have playing or how injured they are, because we were just injured. Okay, don't worry about none of that. Play your game and deal with what's in front of you and talk to each other. And I feel like if we can get a goal or something out of Rasmus, that'd be great. That'd be a bonus.
You know, I don't even feel Rasmus has to score, really. He just needs to push their line every chance he gets and create
If he
space.
can score a goal, that'd be great.
Dude,
Oh,
if he
if he
can
scores-
score a goal in the first 20 minutes, if Rasmus can score a goal in the first 20 minutes, man, just like what Mikey just did, it is over. If he scores in the first 20 minutes, man, they're going to be so worried about him tomorrow. He's, oh shit, he's just scored. He's on fire. You know, he's going to be on fire because that passion, that fire in you. You just scored in the first 20 minutes of the final. Then you got Ahmed to deal with. Then you got possibly Garnacho. Man, Eriksson may play a pivotal role tomorrow. You know, if they're winning, Eriksson might play a pivotal role tomorrow.
I never even thought about Eriksson.
I can't wait to hear our scores prediction. Just imagine Eriksson scores the winner against his former team.
If he scores, I'm gonna create a baby tomorrow if Eriksson scores.
As long as it's not in his own net. And finally wins Tottenham a trophy.
You said it.
I don't want it to go to penalties. I can't deal with that.
No.
I have a strange feeling. I have a strange feeling. It's penalties, 4-5 United. Onana saves one.
I have a feeling it's going to penalties too. And I'm going to jump in the Monongahela River if we lose. Like, I'm going to get in my truck and just...
You just said that, Mikey. I don't know how I'm going to be able to contain myself, bro.
I'm telling you, I've been feeling it for 2 weeks now. This game's going to be muddy. It's going to go to penalties, and Onana saves one for us to win it.
Just like in Moscow.
4-5.
2-1 extra time. Xerxes scores the winner.
I like Xerxes
Big
coming off
header.
the bench.
Big header. Bullying somebody.
That's one thing we have on them. They're not good in the air. And
neither are we.
I know.
Yeah,
Are we
but-
good in the air of offense, though?
Neither are we.
don't you ever disrespect Harry Maguire again.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
We had-
you know what?
Top
We had
striker.
2 goals scored against us from corners in consecutive games.
You're right.
And Cunha was one of them.
That's my striker.
I feel like
And
even if
Tottenham
we,
was the other one. Let's not forget that. Tottenham did it.
one thing we shouldn't do is when we get goal kicks, turn it over right away. Have either Casemiro or Maguire be down there, someone you can kick it to, because those guys are good in there. They're terrible in there. This is what they're going to do. Tottenham's going to score probably 2 goals, and I hate to tell you guys that.
Whoa.
They're going to turn over the ball. They're going to turn over the ball by their net. We got to be able to pounce on it.
Yeah.
Be good with it and not turn it over right away. That's one thing we fuck up. We'll get the ball and then turn it over right away, and then we're
Give
out
it
of
right
position.
back.
Mm-hmm.
Big up Hellbound Snorlax. Hello.
If they score 2, we're fucked, Casey. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my
If
God,
they score
I'm
2, we're
telling
fucked tomorrow.
I don't think we're out of any game. I
agree with you. If we concede 2 tomorrow, I don't see us winning. We have to concede 1 tomorrow.
Well, my
Yeah,
score
1-0.
prediction is 3-2.
Why cheese
4-2.
look like Ray Charles?
4-2, baby. 4-2. You can't see me, Tottenham. 4-2.
I got my
No,
I got mine 3-1 United. It's gonna be 1-1. We're gonna score, and then at the end we're just gonna score a third one, just because.
I don't know why I'm so confident, because I just feel like it's a moment. It's an event. This is a big event. There's a lot on the line. Like you guys have been saying, it's a team that's going to deal with it the best, not get rattled. I tell you one thing could fuck up any one of these teams, and these teams got guys who do it, get a red card early. Oh, God.
An Onana mistake. Onana
Romero.
mistake.
That is a great point, because Onana is going to be vital. And when we go to the wings, and we got to recycle that shit to the other side. But they're going to want Onana to make decisions.
They
tomorrow.
cannot stand still and like play out the back, right? They need to pass that shit to the wings quickly and be moving as you do it. Because at least if you don't win the first ball, you have a chance to win the second. Win the second ball. That's what needs to be it. Win your 50-50s, win the second fucking ball. So let him get the ball forward early, and not wait to runners. That's what needs to fucking happen, because it happened twice. I seen it happen against Chelsea. He was hitting guys with the ball in mid stride and starting attacks early. That's what the fuck we brought you there to do, Onana. So like, that's what I want to see. If we could win the second ball in those long ones, fine. That's all good for us. It's already in our third or in our half of the pitch that we could operate from there.
That's my thing. That's my thing with Onana. Like, why is it when he holds up the ball sometimes for too long, just for him to do a long shot and then just give it to the opposition? We got him so he can be good on his feet. And my thing to you, Mikey, my scenario is, what if Onana makes the mistake that costs us the game?
Don't say it, Jeremy.
Is that it, Mikey? Mikey? Are you going to keep him?
It's been up for him. Oh. It's been up for him. I made a whole video about it. I mean,
Onana did have a stinker in one of our Tottenham games, though.
We need to move on from him, but I feel like if it's any obscure thing to happen, it'd be that we fucking go into penalties and he saves one, and then we win.
Saves his career.
That'd be fucking crazy. He still needs to go. Even if he does that, he still needs to damn go.
We have to
we need to sell him then.
Yeah. If we lose tomorrow, he's here as next year. We can't afford another goalkeeper if he doesn't go. If we don't win.
I think he's here next year. They're not looking.
No, I agree with you. I meant like as starting. I think like if we win, I think he's back up next year. Well, he'll fight for the number 1 spot next year.
And it's not a priority to get rid of him. Out of here soon as he doesn't need to travel back with the team.
Who's that?
I said error tomorrow that leads it to a goal. He doesn't travel back with the team. He gets killed in Bilbao.
Can you imagine going back to the Stretford end and dealing with that? Oh no, I would pay off my transfer fee myself to not go back to the Stretford end after dealing with an error losing to Tottenham.
Whoever loses tomorrow is gonna feel so terrible. It's not gonna be us though.
Spurs will be all right.
No.
I mean, the season rides on both teams, right? It's just, this is you salvaging your season for both teams. Like, we're both in the bottom half of the table. And for some reason, whoever wins this game, you get Champions League football.
I just want the money.
That's what you know what's funny? When I was doing the interview with the dude, he was like, bro, I don't even really care about the Champions League football. I just want the trophy. And I was like, yo, I just want the money.
Yeah, we got trophies.
And I don't want to lose to you. I don't want to lose to you like you. I could take anybody else. But I don't want to lose. Like, if we're playing Villarreal again and we lost to them, I'd be like, all right, this is their competition. Like, fine. But the money is the biggest thing. I just don't want to lose to you at this point in the season right now in this game.
Does anyone know where Tottenham is staying in Spain?
No.
It's about 5 a.m. right there, right now. That's
If I do that, it'd be
let's go pay someone to pull the fire alarm. It's 5 a.m.
Yeah, put some speakers.
Hellbound my score prediction is 2-3. 2-3 who? United? I hope United.
Nobody can.
The fact
I'm not talking to nobody who says we're going to lose.
If we lose, boys,
wants.
my phone is going to be off
United,
for a little
man.
while. Don't even try and contact me. My phone will be off.
I'll
I'm
be
not
going
gonna
live.
be Arsenal Tottenham fans.
We need wellness calls. What are you talking about, Sean? Answer your phone.
I'll be live and direct up front and center for everything.
I'll be live if we lose with a spliff or either some champagne.
A spliff?
Either
You heard me, man.
spliff or
Yeah,
champagne.
Man.
One or the other. I need the stress reliever. Or I need to turn up. It's a Wednesday's Memorial Day weekend too. I got in my cart right now. In my cart right now, Amazon. I got a replica Europa trophy.
Oh no!
If we win, I'm buying that, and bringing it to the pub.
Oh yeah, buy that.
And I'm drinking beer out of it.
Hey, our pub put out a Instagram saying no Tottenham fans, please do not show up. We're not dealing with y'all. We're not dealing with y'all.
NC 17, the lane. That's their bar. That's where they need to go. They got their own pub.
I'm taking my kid out of school early tomorrow.
They got one close over here, the Greyhound. They got the Greyhound over here in Highland Park.
Same, Sean. I'm picking my kid up. It's the last day of school is tomorrow. I'm picking her up at 1:00, bringing her home and taking my ass down to the pub.
Yep. I'm picking him up early from school tomorrow, and he is going to the bar. He's our lucky charm, man. We've only ever lost what? Well, Man United have never lost a final while he's been in there.
All right.
Slow down,
I like to
Snorlax
hear.
might make an appearance to the pub. Yo, you got to show up, man.
What pub?
Your pub. That's a LA Red right there, ain't it?
Yeah.
Well,
Is he?
Yeah.
You know me. When I get there, it's all a blur.
It's all a blur before you get there.
Yeah,
now.
facts.
blur now.
It's a blur from the night before for that.
Blur now.
He doesn't even remember
Good
getting
to
there.
see you, though, Casey. You look healthy.
Listen, it's exciting times tomorrow. So much is depending on it for our future. It's our future and their trophy case.
Look at
Does this also decide like Amarim's future? Like if
No.
Is
Yeah,
this,
not entertaining
no?
that.
And I think that's an advantage we have
That's
too.
all clickbait.
Because
All right.
I
'Cause
don't
if
think
they're-
it decides either manager's fate. I think I would know Amarim's going to stay no matter what, and their manager is. I think he's already going to go anyway.
so
Let
I
me
think
rephrase
that's
that.
not good.
Let me rephrase that. Next season is Amarim's leash that much shorter if we lose the Europa final.
Yes.
No, he got the whole year.
Winning.
Yes.
If
You
we
think he gets the
win,
whole
he
year?
gets the whole year. If he doesn't win, it's
6
by
months.
Christmas.
But if we do that Christmas thing again, we're in the same situation. Bring in a coach in January, try to introduce a new system. They're going to want new players. It's the same shit we just did.
But Sean, that's the thing though, is like we gotta keep picking people until we find the one that's right for the job. So as much as we love Amarim, if he loses this game and then he goes into the first 4 months of the season and he loses fucking 7 matches, he has to go.
Yeah.
He has to go.
Relegation.
I'm sorry to say that. I would love to give him more time, but he cannot lose this game and then still think he's gonna get the same leeway he got this year. It's
Well,
not going
yeah.
to happen.
No, I agree.
So
with you.
rough.
I know. I agree with you, and I agree with Mikey. He has to start off, and the only way he can start good
Swinging.
is if they give him a striker and they give him Cunha.
Right.
If they give him a striker and they give him Cunha and he's still shit, gotta go.
So so this game is really monumental for like us.
This
and
game is
Amarim.
It's one of the
This
biggest
is
games.
huge.
Look, if he loses this game, right, but then he
Oh,
goes on
goodness.
the next season and they give him a couple players and then he starts winning, we'll forget about this game very quickly.
Yes.
Right. But if he loses this game and then continues to fucking lose as he's a 24% win rate, you're not gonna survive.
Is it really that?
It's 24%.
Casey, we haven't won in 8 games in the Premier League.
Haven't done that
Yeah.
since the 90s.
The last time was Leicester City, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so he cannot expect that going forward. Like the first 10 games are going to be crucial. Everybody's going to be watching those games. It doesn't matter who he play neither. They're going to be watching those first 10 games, and if he loses half of them, he might be gone by November.
Mhm.
Damn.
Wyclef Jean.
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow
tomorrow
is a
is
big deal.
fucking ridiculously pivotal
He has to
because
start off good.
it's pivotal for him because if he wins, right, he gets players that he wants. He probably gets
Yeah.
Kukurez. He
Yeah.
gets Cunha no matter what.
Better
But he's
chance.
going to have the money to get another midfielder, or maybe 2. He's going to have the money to get another 10, possibly Kukurez and Delap. You're possibly looking at 2 strikers if you wanted. That's how much money it's going to give you because, yes, we're talking about 150, 200 million for being in the competition. We haven't talked about the fact that how much the money they're going to get from TV revenue as well. How much money we're going to get from Adidas for being in the Champions League.
Feels like it's 80
Everyone
euro,
forgets
right?
how much money we get extra from the sponsorship. Like, tomorrow is such a monumental game for Manchester United in every aspect of the club. Money,
We're winning. We're winning.
You know, yeah.
I don't remember in my like young, you could say, career as a fan, such a huge game that just there's so much that rides on this, just because of
the
the way
Europa
the season
League
has
final
gone.
against Villarreal.
Yeah,
That was
I just
huge.
feel like
If we win that, Ollie stays.
Yeah.
I don't know because I still think we get Ronaldo anyway, and I think Ronaldo was the catalyst for Ollie getting fired.
Yeah, but we still were in the Champions League, though.
I just
yeah,
feel like
so-
because I just feel like because where we are in the table in the Premier League and
It's
what
so
this
shit.
game means, yeah, exactly. and what this game winning it means to us for next year, and not just the money, but like for Amarim, the players, to get more players, just to bolster up this squad. This is huge.
The only bigger game that I've ever seen was the Champions League final in '99, but that was because it was monumental to be the first team in England to ever win the treble, right? That's why for me it's probably always going to be the number one game. But tomorrow is, you look back at it, man, it's like it's top 5 in monumental games for Manchester United tomorrow. It really is, because
The
we
banter's
lose.
massive.
I don't care about the banter.
Oh,
Tomorrow,
no.
if we lose,
I do.
well, dude, I don't, because I told you my phone's going off. But the problems that become Man United if we lose tomorrow, we could only afford Cunha and Delap without selling, and we can't guarantee to sell those players.
The negativity that you're gonna see
from our base,
and then like we got a luncheon.
From our fan base, yeah.
We play Sunday, right? We have
Villa.
Sunday is the last match of the season.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be drunk for that day anyway. So
and like we're having like a luncheon for that day, like the final. We like serve food and all that shit for the final. It's gonna be cool, and then it's like a send off, like we're all going to summer vacation or whatever.
Who's doing that?
Our supporters club. So like that's gonna be fucking crazy if we lose that, because nobody's gonna be at that shit. Nobody's gonna be at that shit if we fucking. I always like the end of the year stuff, and it's gonna be a nightmare. But also I'm Mr. Man United around my parts, and like people at the gym, when they see me, they see the tattoos, they see the jerseys, they always want to talk to me about football. It's gonna be a nightmare. I'm gonna be trying to go up the stair stepper. I'm gonna have motherfucking people from Ukraine stopping me to flip me off and shit, talk shit to me.
Do you know what Taz said? Is it perfect, right? I hope them players tomorrow know if they lose, more backroom staff are getting fired. It's not wrong, man. He's not wrong.
That is true.
I will personally hate some of these players.
Oh no, I don't see us losing. I got to try and sleep tonight. It's going to be hard enough to try and sleep tonight. I already told my boss I'm not working tomorrow. I ain't working tomorrow. I'm picking my kid up. It's his birthday Friday, so hopefully tomorrow is a celebration for his birthday.
I can't see happy birthday in advance.
Happy birthday in advance.
I can't. We'll have a show Thursday.
Oh God,
I might not be on with his birthday.
I'm gonna be so hurting. No, we're gonna be great. Hey,
you're gonna be hurting. Casey, you really think we're gonna lose?
I can't see either team. This is the hardest one because I can't see. I think it's both like I said earlier. I think the effort for both teams are the same. This isn't one that I could be like, all right, clear cut, we're gonna lose or gonna win, or feel either way. I feel like anything can fucking happen, and that's the scarier part. Because before, if you have confidence, you'd be like, yo, we can win, yeah. And it's like I also feel like we can lose, like very prevalently feel like we can lose this game. So I just hope I'm wrong, man. Marvin Jamie, what's up, bro? If United lose, it might be a blessing in disguise and Glazers sell. You know, this guy Marvin right here, bro.
I love Marvin. That's my G, by the way.
Some good takes, bro. Some good takes here. Shouts to Marvin, and that is a great hat, brother.
Yeah, he keeps it real.
10 gallon hat. I like that hat. Positive vibes. LOL. We gonna win. Hellbound Snorlax. Yo.
I just know one thing. If it goes negative, people are gonna kill Sinatra at our bar because he goes 0 to 1,000, and we're gonna have to duct tape him and do something. Drop him in the toilet.
So tomorrow, if we win,
6'5" motherfucker.
By the way, if we win tomorrow, we're taking a bus down to the Tottenham bar in Pittsburgh. We're actually doing it tomorrow. If we win, we're taking a bus down to the Tottenham bar.
Don't do that.
And your boy will be number one going through that door.
I tell you, if you win that Europa League replica, it's going on a world tour, baby. It's going with me everywhere, and you'll see it on Thursday.
I might just do what you do, Sean. There's a Tottenham bar close to where I live. I just will just walk in there with United shirt.
I can't go back there no more. Is that an Island Park one?
Yeah, that's close to where I'm at.
Yeah, we went there last time. We cleaned that place out a few years ago. It got real rough.
Yeah,
I love that. I love when it gets like crazy like that.
That's why I
Cheese,
said your boy.
Cheese, were you with us when
do
we
as
didn't
well.
have a bar and we had to go to every other team's bars and crash it?
No, I was not with you derelicts then. No.
We was taking over other clubs and pubs, and we were rude. The Liverpool people was trying to stab me. I was just sitting there like, fuck y'all. And I just seen people coming up behind me, but we was calm. But anyway, score predictions.
We already gave him. I'm not doing it again. I didn't want to give
I'm
it the
going
first
through
one.
two. I'm going through two. 3-2.
4-5 penalties.
Ugh.
3-1 United. 3-1.
That'll be nice.
2-1 United.
4-2 United.
What? Who?
Oh,
2-1 extra time.
Hold on. Let me get all of these.
Yeah, that's right. You should hit him down.
So 4-2 for Cheese.
Yeah.
What about Casey?
3-2.
Shit, I need to tie my arms.
Sean?
2-1.
Which one? 2-1?
2-1 United.
2-1. Okay. Ronaldo.
2-1 after extra time because those bitches are gonna make us suffer for 30 more minutes.
Here they are. I have a feeling it's gonna. My heart rate is gonna be high tomorrow.
I'm gonna
And
scream.
I got me 3-1. 3-1.
So you're on Germ, and then me 4-5 in penalties.
Oh,
And Marvin's go the same as you, Casey. Not Casey, Mikey. Marvin's
Mikey,
going
if that's
the
your
same as you.
prediction, I don't know how Casey's gonna be at the pub if it's 4-5 on penalties.
Oh, it's not gonna be good.
Oh.
It's not gonna be good. Penalties is not gonna go well at all.
Long Beach got a Liverpool pub. Shout out to Long Beach, City by the Sea, man. 2-3, man. Got to go to LA. 2-3-2, Hellbound Snorlax, and then United win on penalties with Onana getting the winning goal. Let's fucking go.
That is wild.
Woo!
And you know, if Anana gets a winning goal, Mikey's gonna be like, "See, he's better than David De Gea."
No.
Oh my God! Exactly.
No.
I don't want to hear that.
I'm gonna be so quiet. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel how intense. I'm just gonna look at all of y'all like this.
Oh,
You know why I'm here. You know why I'm here.
I came here for one reason, and one reason only.
Oh my God! Yeah, you're right, Casey. I don't. As much as I always want us to win, yeah, that's gonna be Mikey holding that over us.
Just remember when you wake up, everybody have positive vibes.
I made the video.
Positive
saying that.
thoughts.
You know what I'm saying? So
Just
go
be
ahead.
positive. Keep positive people around you tomorrow. I think we're gonna be fine. I just think the moment is something that we
Famous last
deal with
words.
better. We deal with better. That's the one advantage we have. We deal with the big moments better. Tottenham, you know, Sean says that coach is gone no matter what. Are you going to put in that extra tackle for someone you don't believe in? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Our guys might be like, the coach is going to be here next year. I might have to play hard anyway. I don't know, but I know we're going to win 3-2.
I just want to say, being that this is the last final, one of the last games of the year, it's been a pleasure to call these games with you guys. Win, lose, or draw. The chat's been fun. The shows have been fun. So let's just go ahead and just give those flowers what needed. It's been a great show, and it's been a good season.
It has been.
Were you watching it tomorrow, Mikey?
I'll be watching at the Supporters Club.
Or you gonna go? You gonna be the same place too? Or no? Or you work?
We took off.
I took the day off the minute Mason Mount curled that bitch in the corner. I took the day off. One of the pubs.
My boy Mason.
Cheese, I know where you're gonna be.
You see me. You better see me tomorrow.
Germ, work is gonna be raggedy for you. You're
I'm
gonna
gonna be in Glendale, but I'm gonna leave on a doctor's appointment for a few hours.
Facts.
Yeah.
I got a family issue
Your
tomorrow.
heart told me bad. I know that much. So you won't be.
I told him I had a family issue. I got to deal with some family tomorrow.
Listen, don't lose
You
your
say that
fucking
why
job.
you guys saying this while you're live on that, dumbasses.
But you know the funny thing is though, everybody in my job's like, we know what's going on tomorrow. Don't front, nigga. Just, we know.
Your boys will work through that you do this show.
Stop pressing me.
I work with all ladies. They don't know anything about football or nothing, so they don't care.
Like I said,
Shout
I'm
out to
taking
my girl Marina at Ballora Manukian, looking like cooked food.
Shout out
But
to your
anyway.
girl Alice. Don't forget your girl Alice.
Can you say that? Can you say that?
Who's Alice?
Who the fuck is Alice?
United needs to take
Hey,
advantage
those are
of this
receipts.
banged up Spurs with no Madison. That's 100%. This whole no Kulusevski, no Madison, no Bergvall. SAR's injured. Yeah. This is an
Sar's injured too.
Yeah, SAR's
Yeah.
injured, but he's gonna play. He's touch and go. Pause.
All right. It's been a fun one. I can't wait till.
I'm not gonna
One more
sleep.
sleep. One more sleep.
Yo, if we can't sleep, Amber for sure ain't sleeping tonight. It was 5 a.m. None of them players. Oh my god.
It's about 5 a.m. right now. 5:30.
Bruno is asleep. You think Bruno ain't worried? He's sleeping.
Casemiro is like got his teddy bear and everything. He's like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
Casemiro.
I'm not worried about
this
him.
shit."
I'm not worried
Casemiro's
about
sleeping in
Teddy
his kit. He's sleeping in his kit right now.
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Kid.
Oh, wow. Well, it's been another one of those Casual Red Show. It's been fun. This is good. I feel positive vibes.
I'm
Yup.
gonna say
You
this,
know.
boys.
So
One
we got
last word. We lose tomorrow. It's been a pleasure doing shows with you. Just check the bottom of the Monongahela River. You'll find me right there.
I'm going
We should
straight to
just-
Mexico.
We should just take a picture of everyone here, how positive we are, just to have that
For
mental
the last
note of
time.
how we're gonna be tomorrow. Exactly. Oh my god.
You know what? It's crazy. We live for these moments as sports fans, but they are the torturous,
It is.
torturous fucking
It is.
moments. Like I'm not gonna feel
Finals.
good the entire day, and it's gonna go by. Tomorrow's gonna go by so slow.
Yep.
Guys, right. I quit like all nicotine 3 days ago. I haven't had any. It might break me tomorrow. There's a possibility it breaks me tomorrow, guys.
Yeah,
I'm not even going to front. There's going to be some lung darts in me tomorrow. All right, guys. You guys have a good evening. Let's text each other.
Yeah.
Stay positive. We
Stay
can do this.
positive, man. Just know lineage, legacy, Manchester United. Up the fucking red. You guys all have a good evening. Woo! Cheese, I'll see your ass tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
One love, everybody. Great show.